Hello students, welcome to the lecture on managing information resources, and after the completion we will be able to learn the following objectives. Explain management information resources, discuss about the concept of information technology, computer, understand the concept of information systems, explain hardware and software, and discuss about the structure of databases and telecommunications. Let me first tell you, what does managing information resources mean? Managing information resources initially meant managing data, first in files, then in corporate databases. Resource management involves effectively allocating an organization's resources. A resource management information system supports this effort by utilizing information technology to manage administrative functions. History. Resource management information systems came into use in the 1970s as mainframe computers made it possible to centralize data and automate business processes such as payroll and billing. In the 1980s, personal computers were connected by local area networks (LAN). By the 1990s, wide area networks (WAN) made it possible to integrate local and remote systems. Function. A resource management information system typically performs a range of functions. It is composed of modules designed to support the organization. Types. Human resource management information systems help managers keep track of their employees. The term resource management also applies to activities pertaining to conserving natural systems. Natural resource management information systems supports efforts in controlling air pollution and soil erosion, as well as forestry, wildlife and water management. Benefits. A resource management information system helps ensure that resources are effectively utilized. Considerations. Develop or customize a resource management information system depending on our organization's needs. Hardware and software. A computer is mainly divided into two parts, the hardware and the software. Hardware. Hardware is the actual components that a computer is made of, such as the monitor, keyboard, CPU, etc. Without hardware, the computer would not exist and the software would have nothing to run on. The hardware serves as the delivery system for software solutions. Types of hardware. Input devices used to input data into the computer. Output devices allow the data to be seen. Data storage store data. Data ports allow connectivity between the computer and other devices. Computer care, which is the base unit and includes the base components essential for the computer to run. Computer hardware includes system unit, peripheral devices, input devices that is keyboard, mouse, etc., output devices that is display unit, printer, etc., storage devices like hard disk, floppy disks, etc. Software. The software is any program that we load onto a computer, such as the operating system, the server, the web browser, media player, etc. It is the code and instructions that tells the computer hardware how to operate. Software is categorized into three different types: system software, programming software, and application software. System software is software designed to operate and provide basic functionality to the computer hardware in order for it to be able to provide a platform for running application software. Programming software includes programs or applications that software developers use to create, debug, maintain, or support other programs and applications. Application software is developed to perform any task that benefits from computation. Operating system. The operating system manages the various I/O devices of the computer and enables the user to interact with the machine. Software, which translates the user language into machine language, is known as the support software. Example, compilers and interpreters. Information system. Information system, an integrated set of components for collecting, storing and processing data and for delivering information, knowledge and digital products. From a functional perspective, an information system is a technologically implemented medium for the purpose of recording, storing and disseminating linguistic expressions as well as for the supporting of inference making. From a structural perspective, an information system consists of a collection of people, processes, data, models, technology and partly formalized language forming a cohesive structure which serves some organizational purpose or function. Information technology, computer. Information technology, broadly defined as the collection of computer systems used by an organization. It includes the hardware, software, databases, networks, and other electronic devices. It can be viewed as a subsystem of an information system. Computer hardware. Hardware is the actual components that a computer is made of, such as the monitor, keyboard, CPU, etc. Important hardware components: input devices, output devices, storage devices. Input devices. This group deals with transferring data or commands from the user into the computer. Keyboard and mouse are the standard ways of interacting with computer. Keyboard. This is the most common and widely used input device. There are different types of keyboards, but the QWERTY keyboard is the most widely used. A keyboard is used mainly for typing text into computer. Mouse. A mouse is a small device used to point to and select items on computer screen. It's small, oblong and connected to the system unit by a long wire that resembles a tail. Some are wireless also. Mouse usually has two buttons, a primary button, usually the left button, and a secondary button. Many mice also have a wheel between the two buttons, which allows scrolling smoothly through screens of information. Scanners. A scanner allows us to scan printed material and convert it into a file format that may be used within the PC. The scanner is a device that transfers printed text and images to a computer. Touchpads. A device that lies on the desktop and responds to pressure. This is a small sensitive pad used on portable computers, laptops. The touchpad is used as a pointing device. Light pens, used to allow users to point to areas on a screen. Joysticks. It is like a stick connected to a platform which can be moved in all directions. It is mainly used for playing computer games. Barcode reader. This reader can be in a form of a pen or installed on the shop's counter. The barcode reading consists of a light-emitting diode that will emit light on the code. The reflected light from the barcode is translated to the computer by a light-sensitive diode. Optical mark reader. This device reads marks in predetermined places on specially prepared cards. These are usually used in multiple choice questions. Magnetic ink character reader. This system uses special ink to write numbers with coded magnetic ink. This special ink contains the written numbers magnetically. This system is widely used on checks issued by banks. Graphics table. Professionals such as draftsmen and engineers usually use this input device. It is used to speed up their drawing work. The device consists of a handheld operated device similar to a pen used to trace diagrams placed on a digitized table. Pen. Pens are used on handheld computers such as PDAs, Personal Data Assistant. These handheld computers have a special sensitive screen. When the user touches the screen, it will interact with the computer. Output devices. Any device that outputs information from a computer is called, not surprisingly, an output device. For example, monitor and speakers. Monitor. A monitor, which is the most common output device, is the screen on which words, numbers, and graphics can be seen. Printer. A printer prints whatever is on the monitor onto paper. Printers can print words, numbers, or pictures. Types of printers. Impact refers to all those printers whose printing heads touch the paper. An example is the dot matrix printer. Non-impact are all those printers whose printing heads do not touch the paper. An example is a laser or an inkjet printer. Plotters. A plotter is an output device similar to a printer but normally allows us to print larger images. The plotter uses pens to write on paper and is usually used for engineering drawings. Types of plotters. Flatbed plotter. This uses a flat paper which is fixed and pens or styluses that move on it to draw the required design. Drum plotter. Here the paper moves along a drum vertically while pens move side to side horizontally. Speakers. These devices are used to produce sound from the computer system. The sound card is a card installed in the tower case of the computer. A speaker gives sound output from our computer. Some speakers are built into the computer and some are separate. Computer categories. Special purpose, dedicated computers. These are built to solve only one particular task. VCR and optical recorders, players, autopilot, automatic washing machines, mobile phones, GPS, etc. will have an embedded computer to control them. Compact disc. Some compact discs can be used to put information on. This is called burning information to a CD. Note, a CD can also be an input device. Floppy disk. A floppy disk is used to record information on. The information is stored on the floppy disk and can be used later or used on another computer. Headphones. Headphones give sound output from the computer. They are similar to speakers except they are worn on the ears, so only one person can hear the output at a time. Storage devices. Physical components or materials on which data is stored are called storage media. Hardware components that read or write to storage media are called storage devices. Types of storage devices are magnetic storage devices. Storage involves writing data to the medium and reading from the medium. Writing data. Recording the data on the surface of the disk where it is stored for later use. Reading data. Retrieving data from the surface and transferring it into the computer's memory for use. Diskettes. Floppy disks. The diskette drive includes a motor that rotates the disk on a spindle and the read or write heads that can move to any spot on the surface of the disk as it spins. This allows the heads to access data randomly rather than sequentially. The heads can skip from one spot to another without having to scan through all the data in between. Most common uses for disks: moving files between computers not connected by a network or communication hardware, loading new programs onto a system, backing up data or programs. Hard disks. hard disk is still the most common storage device for all computers. Like diskette, hard drives store data in tracks divided into sectors. Physically, however, they look quite different to diskettes. Tape drives read and write data to the surface of a tape the same way as an audio cassette. Difference is that a computer tape drive writes digital data. Best use of tape storage is for data that is not used often, such as backup copies of a hard disk. Because a tape is a long strip of magnetic material, the tape drive has to write the data to it serially, one byte after another. This is inherently slower than the direct access provided by media such as disks. Optical storage devices. The most popular alternative to magnetic storage systems are optical storage media. CD-ROM. The familiar audio compact disc is a popular medium for storing music. In the computer world, the medium is called compact disc read-only memory, CD-ROM. This uses the same technology used to produce music CDs. Compared to hard disk drives, CD-ROM drives are quite slow, in part because the laser reads bits and lands one bit at a time. Another reason is the rotational speed of the disk. Because of the high precision and data density possible with CD-ROM, a single CD typically can hold about 650 MB of data. DVD-ROM. Digital video or versatile disk read-only memory is a high-density medium capable of storing a full-length movie on a single disk the size of a CD. Each side of a standard DVD-ROM can hold up to 4.7 GB. Dual-layer DVD-ROM can hold 17 GB of data, CDR, CDRW and photo CD. CDR allows us to create own CD-ROM disks that can be read by any CD-ROM drive. After the information has been written to the CD, it cannot be changed. Using CDRW drives, the user can write and overwrite data onto CDs. With a CDRW, data can be revised in the same manner as a floppy disk. One popular form of recordable CD is photo CD, a standard developed by Kodak for storing digitized photographic images on a CD. Magnetic information resources 2. Resource management is the efficient and effective deployment of an organization's resources when they are needed. Such resources may include financial resources, inventory, human skills, production resources, or information technology, IT, HR, human resource management. This is the science of allocating human resources among various projects or business units, maximizing the utilization of available personnel resources to achieve business goals and performing the activities that are necessary in the maintenance of that workforce through identification of staffing requirements, planning and oversight of payroll and benefits, education and professional development, and administering their work-life needs. Corporate resource management process. Large organizations have defined corporate resource management process, which mainly guarantees that resources are never over-allocated across multiple projects. One resource management technique is resource leveling. It aims at smoothing the stock of resources on hand, reducing both excess inventories and shortages. Databases and telecommunication. Databases and telecommunication. Telecommunication indicators database on CD-ROM and online contains time series data for the years 1960, 1965, 1970 and annually from 1975 to 2011 for around 140 telecommunication ICT statistics covering fixed telephone network, mobile cellular telephone subscriptions, quality of service, internet, including fixed and mobile broadband subscription data, traffic, staff, prices, revenue, investment and statistics on ICT access and use by households and individuals. Selected demographic, macroeconomic and broadcasting statistics are also included. A database is a collection of information that is organized so that it can easily be accessed, managed and updated. Computer databases typically contain aggregations of data records or files such as sales transactions, product catalogs and inventories, and customer profiles. SQL, Structured Query Language, is a standard language for making interactive queries from and updating a database such as IBM's DB2, Microsoft's SQL Server, and database products from Oracle, Sybase, and Computer Associates. Summary. Now in the end, let us summarize what we have learnt in this lecture. Resource management involves effectively allocating an organization's resources. A resource management information system supports this effort by utilizing information technology to manage administrative functions. Information system is an integrated set of components for collecting, storing and processing data and for delivering information, knowledge and digital products. The most popular alternative to magnetic storage systems are optical storage media. The most widely used type of optical storage medium is the compact disc CD, which is used in CD-ROM, DVD-ROM, CDR, CDRW and photo CD systems.